It is straight up snowing here in Wisconsin right now, but of course, it gave me an analogy for our emotions. Now, I had to come inside. Anyway, so I had somewhere to go today, but there was so much snow in the driveway. So I had two choices. One choice was to shovel a little bit before I went, or the other choice was to avoid it and do it later. Now, I opted to do it first and not later, and I'm really glad I did. And here's why. While I was gone, it snowed a whole lot more. So if I had waited to shovel later until all the snow was done snowing, it would have been extremely unmanageable for me. And if I had waited long enough, I might not have even been able to get back into my driveway. Kind of like when you have a buildup of emotions, it's challenging to feel like yourself because your life is being run by this emotional buildup. You're creating this identity or living by this identity that is centered around these emotional experiences that went unprocessed. So when you put off your emotions and you avoid them instead of processing them, it creates that buildup as well. That's why, in addition to the emotional clearing work I do as an emotion code practitioner, I teach people to process their emotions as they go so they don't have a backlog to deal with later. So as you're continuing to process your emotions real time and the other ones come to surface, you release those. Eventually, the backlog gets cleared. Eventually, my driveway is going to be completely clear. So even though I might have to shovel, I'll probably have to shovel again at some point, it's not going to be as daunting or overwhelming or as exhausting. But since I took the time to do the shoveling now and not later, it feels a lot easier and a lot more manageable.